Hi Aquarius, thank you for joining me and welcome to this reading for 2018. This is your special January love reading, but it actually covers the entire year. So this year I decided to read with a higher arcana deck, and so I picked for you the Angle Tarot, which is the Angel Tarot. I've read with it before. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see that it's been handmade. It's from a fine art kind of category of tarot cards, and so it was, I think, self-published, handmade, and it's very rare. It's out of print, so it's a really beautiful deck. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we're gonna pick some cards, and I am going to use the heart spread. If you want your other 2018 readings, they're down below. Also, I did a Vimeo reading from an Instagram post that I put up for the horoscope spread. If you want to watch each of the houses that I clarify on Vimeo, then go in the About section and check that out as well. All the videos are on my playlist, but the Vimeo ones are of course not, because they're on Vimeo, which is where you can rent the series for the horoscope spread. And thank you guys so much for everybody who has purchased or everybody who has rented. It's been a really successful thing, so I really enjoyed that. Here is your first card, Aquarius. This is your starting point for your love relationship. So you start off your relationship in the Hanged Man. Okay, well, that's pretty much your life, isn't it? So in a certain way, you are, in terms of love, sorry, I'm not making light of it, but it really is. Aquarius kind of has to put up with the laws of the universe, and the laws of the universe are leading you towards certain directions. The Hanged Man is talking about that. In your love relationship, you have been stuck. Basically, stuck, things have been said or unsaid, and for whatever reason, there's just like no going back to it at this point, and you keep waiting for it. Now, if you're not with a partner, then again, both you and the next person that you're meant to be with, which we're going to look at here, you and this person both feel as though there's complete stasis going on in your life, as though there is a complete pause on the things that you're trying to achieve, and it's very hard for you to move forward in a direction that you want. So the next two sets of cards, as you guys know, are the cards that clarify what your highest ideals in a relationship are, or what your partner's highest ideals in a relationship are. If your partner is not here, if you don't know your partner yet, this is still what they're thinking. This is the person that you're going to meet, right? This is the person that's meant for you. You get a kind of an insight as to what's going on inside of their head. Anyway, so here is your first card. This is your desire. So we have this is the Chariot, and so this is overcoming things. I know where I'm going to have problems with these cards. Some of the cards are hard to tell which card it is, which arcana card. Remember, these are all higher arcana, so you're not going to see any lower arcana in this reading. So the Chariot, maybe you're looking for a Cancer or someone with Cancer-like qualities. A bunch of people that were Aquarians were asking me about this recently, and they were asking, oh, Cancer, and I don't think of Aquarius and Cancer as a good match, but maybe some of you guys can tell me about your experiences that works well. My moon is in Aquarius and my Venus is in Cancer, and that's probably one of the hardest combinations that I have in my chart. So I don't know how that would work between two Aquarian sun and an Aquarian and a Cancer sun, but you guys can let me know. The other interpretation of the Chariot means that at this time you're looking for like a transcendent ideal relationship. You really, really want things to be resolved, things of the past to be resolved. Maybe there's like a certain degree of longing to finalize things of the past and move on, move forward from them. The next card that I have is, so this is the High Priestess. Oh, I love this card. These cards are so beautiful. They're my favorite cards, but they're so big I don't read with them. So the High Priestess, insight and intuition. The High Priestess isn't really about love. It's about like a transcendent ideal. So in a certain way, like you're really, this is, the Chariot is also about God. So I feel as though, Aquarius, you're looking for like a deeper love, a deeper relationship, something that is more spiritual than something that has like a practical application. So you want someone with whom you feel the universe, someone with whom you make that connection, someone who comes in and lights up your heart, and you're just looking for that person. I hope that it's this person, or I hope that it's your partner. I hope, and this is also the ideal for within your relationship, and within your relationship you just want to jive. You want everything to be just really gorgeous and really plentiful and full of emotional understanding, and this is like the third eye being open and like a total awareness of you and your soulmate or your twin flame. Here is the next message, and this is your partner's ideals. This gets a little confusing for people, so just let me know if it does. But this, if you don't have a partner, you still have a partner coming. So basically, this is the ideal of what that person is going through, so you can understand where they are in their journey to reaching you. So your first card is, so we have Justice. So your partner at this time, wherever they may be, is really looking to balance out their life. This can be a real problem if you're trying to find them and make that connection with them, because if you are in a certain way trying to reach out, make a connection, and they're like just trying to maintain balance, there could be a lot of distractions for your relationship. They're looking for fairness to come into their life. This makes me feel like your partner has a chip on their shoulder. Now I'm starting to see why there's the Hanged Man there. They feel like they maybe they want to improve their life. Regret is never a good point from which to start a relationship, so I hope that you figure out with them. Then there is the Strength card. So they're going between like passion and trying to find balance in a situation. I feel as though their energy is scattered. This is the highest energy that they hope for the relationship. Like, what do they want to resolve? It's almost like you want to stay, if you don't know your partner, you may want to stay clear of them for a minute, because the Justice card, it's like they're trying to resolve a situation, maybe a situation even pertaining, that they're going to project onto you, not pertaining to you, but it feels as though they're really like trying to make some right by something. They're trying, and that's an agenda. Agendas are dangerous, and I feel as though this person at this time is like rushing into things, which is the Strength card. I mean, they're dealing with something, right? And I hope that if you do meet them at this time, then you can kind of find an easy way into this energy, because I feel like it's going to be very volatile. Now, if you're already with your partner, I feel as though your partner feels great passion towards you. They feel lust, they love you, they think you're beautiful. Those are all wonderful things to have as your primary connection and their ideal. But I feel as though also if you're in a relationship, it's like they're trying to make fair with you, and that's, you know, in a relationship, it's like if they have this agenda, if this is like on their list of to-dos, then I don't know how, you know, you're going to feel about that. It might be a pain in the butt, but let's see where the energy develops, right? I'm trying to understand where we start with the Hanged Man. It feels like you're looking for, honestly, I'll tell you this, Aquarius. This to me looks as though you're looking for some transcendent ideal. And although that's a beautiful notion, although that's a beautiful idea that you want this catharsis emotionally and spiritually to have knowledge and understanding, in terms of practical stuff, you might be putting a lot of pressure on the relationship or on the direction that you want to take in your relationship. However, your partner is way more, looks like, complicit. I think that they're setting off for the perfect sexual escapade, the perfect sexual partner with you, and or they're looking to kind of clarify something from the past. They like really got in under their skin. If this is your partner, be careful. They could be very frustrated right now, and they could be expressing themselves with a little bit of anger. So you really want to be careful, especially if they feel like they've been done wrong by. Mm? Okay, so here is your next card, and this represents the next stage in the game. So this is an actual physical event that will happen for you in 2018 in love. Just so you guys know, I really recommend, I'll keep these up for 2017 for a part of the year, but like, yo, that really came true. Really, 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 really true for me in a big way. It was really kind of wild. Here is the next message we have. You get the Tower. I didn't look at this, but there is definitely an upheaval. So you're overdue for some kind of large transformation, and in your January reading that I just did, there was really room to transform, and it's like the pressure builds and the energy needs to be released. And I feel as though at this time you really need to let go of something that is going to, like, an upheaval that's going to totally rock your world, change things for the better. I feel as though maybe this is why initially you're looking for some transcendent ideal, because you don't have enough space within your heart to be able to address the, like, tangibly. You start off thinking about this intangible ideal relationship because on some level you understand that if you think of something tangible, like, oh, I want to buy a Honda with my partner, you know that's not going to work anyway, because life's about to do a huge change on you. And this makes a lot of pressure, a lot of sense with the Hanged Man. It feels as though the pressure is mounting and building, and then finally you get your release. And I don't think the Tower is a bad one in this case. If you're single, this is maybe a sign that whoever's coming in, like that person might be coming in for you. Your partner's getting, what is this? Well, I hope that I think this is the Last Judgment. So they're making a large decision, and this is what you got as your theme card for January. But remember, this is for the whole year. I think your partner is making a huge decision. You're going to see who they are for what they are. If you're in the relationship, there's not going to be any questions about who they are, what they're about, what's motivating them. All that stuff is going to become very clear. I feel as though they're making some active decisions that you're going to have to live with. So if that means to improve the situation and grow up and do their thing, that's wonderful news, Aquarius. But I feel as though this can also be something like that will cause you to be like, WTF, what did you just do? Why did you buy a Corvette? You know, that kind of stuff. If you're single, they can also make some kind of blindside you in some way. I think that you're looking up in the clouds a lot here in terms of your ideal. And as a diehard romantic, I get it. Like, I love that energy there, and I think that you're so wonderful for it. But I think the way that the dynamics are in your relationship at this time, or have been in the recent past, I feel as though things have been too stuck to really warrant this kind of vision. And I know mind over matter, where your mind goes, the body follows. I get all that stuff. But I feel like right now you have an imminent change that's going to come up for you, and it's going to be very, very spectacular. That's the channeled message. It's going to be spectacular. So here are your clarifying cards. Two advice cards for you, two advice cards for your husband. See, that's channeled message for your partner. And so I believe this is the Death card. I don't know, because it's in German, so I'm pretty sure that it's the Death card because she's dying. There's a snake. Yep, it looks like transformation, death and transformation. So yeah, so sudden change. You need to accept the change that it's happening and rise to the challenge, Aquarius. I think that your mobility this year is unlike anybody else. If you look at my Astro 2018 reading for the first one, wow, okay, so that Astro had really interesting transits for you in January, February, March or so. So you might find that, there's some amazing transformation, and how much you change right now, this is the channeled message, will clearly evolve into the outcomes that you are getting. So these are good dividends, good rewards for how much energy that you're putting into this. The next message is the star. So if you change, that's leading to destiny. This is your car. You're becoming yourself. You're becoming more like you. You're following your own path, and everything in your life that's not your own path is falling away. It's like a call to action. It's going to happen right at the beginning of the year. Why don't you guys comment when it happens? It's going to be wild. The next message, the two messages here are for your partner, so they're giving us an kind of idea about what your partner needs to do. So the way that I would employ this is, if you have a partner, then you can help them grow with this, and it's kind of like giving insight into how they can approach a situation. If you don't know your partner, then it gives you an idea of what's going on for them. So if you know that they're like gunning for you, if they're trying to reach you, then you can get ready more. But if it looks like they're busy, then you can kind of slack off and do your own thing for a minute. Here is your next card. So we have, this is the World. So your partner is traveling, making big decisions to travel. I feel like your partner's running around with a chicken, like a chicken. Like he's not like their chicken, but I don't want to say it. But it looks as though he or she is in a certain way. Maybe they came into some money and now they're just being ridiculous with it. But they're making some really quick decisions and they're going out into the world. This can also be to the world to you. So they could be coming around if you're single. Well, there's the Death card. Then what is this? Let's look at this. But okay, so here's the Death card. I knew I was wrong. So your partner, oh, Aquarius. Okay, so let's see. As I'm telling you guys what what the Death card is saying with the World, huge change and transformation. Money has come into their life, and here. I'm gonna. I'm translating. It means the Lord. Oh, the Emperor? Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's go back to that in a minute. So this means actually the Emperor for some strange way. This is the Death card. I know it's the Death card. So I think that, oh, for you, you know exactly who you need to be with. That's what that's saying. Don't worry about the other messages. Incorporate them as well. But I feel you know exactly which direction, you know exactly what needs to happen to make things move, along. I think that you're gonna have a shock and awe experience where you realize something, and I feel as though you're gonna stop your partner directly in their track. You're gonna put your foot down about things, and you're gonna set the pace for wherever things are going. So do you guys want to see your outcome card for 2018 in love? And I'll talk about the other ones for a minute longer. So your outcome card is, so this is the Empress. So whether this, okay, well, interesting. So maybe this is pregnancy for those of you who want to get pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant, I feel, Aquarius, that you're going to be very much in charge, and this is why your partner is being a little skittish. I feel like you're coming into your own. I feel as though you have a good mindset about you, about the directions that you are going. You just have a good ideal about what you're trying to achieve and the direction you're wanting to go. So I think that you're going to really push forward and try to achieve that. However, your partner needs to be on pause. He or she wants to go on pause and really kind of stop with what they're doing. And finally they will stop. That's what it is. It's like your partner's out on some type of distraction. They're on some tangent and they're bringing you along for the ride, and in a certain way you have to let them do all this stuff and work all this stuff out. It's not like one thing, it's a bunch of things that they're doing that are completely distracting to the relationship with you. Even if they don't know you, they're just like off and doing this thing, and then finally they're just gonna get it. And when you're gonna get it first, you're gonna figure it out first, and then they're gonna get it, and then things are gonna come together. There's also the interjection of a mother in the situation. It could be you or your partners, but really creative energy to move things along. So if you've been waiting for a long time for things to move along, I think that for you, you're going to have a shock and realization. And when you have that shock and realization, you're going to really strive for power, put your foot down, and really find the ideal partner in a certain way, know exactly what to do, which direction to go, and push forward in this direction. The next message is the World and the Death card. So I feel as though your partner's going to stop in a certain way. They're going to stop in their tracks, and they're going to change the way that they have been doing things, which looks like it's a big mess leading up to that. Anyway, Aquarius, I hope you liked this reading. Please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk with you soon. Remember, all the 2018s are in the About section in Aquarius 2018 playlist, so you can save that and check that out, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for the support. Bye.